The Florida humidity certain to be a factor in this one. There's no other way to say it, really. It is hot. It is humid here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. With the echoes, a cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Bridgewater, quick throw out wide to Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Second down, Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And now running right through it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Down right around the 25.
The wide receiver.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tackled at the 20.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 20. Hey, tighten that. There you go. Hey, check, Mike 21, check, Mike Prim.
To throw, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremy Chin. The 40, the 30, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. A rare pick 6 thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick 6s in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 52. Hey, 66. No, Mike 52. Watch the slant.
Shotgun now for Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. A gain of 13. It's a first down. But the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. He's 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Gronkowski, the intended target. Third down here.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Down and less than a yard.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
15-yard line.
Now Leonard Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brady going to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose That little touch pass, they saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 5. On the run, it's Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Brady now to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After one, it's 13-6.
Score Panthers 13. Buccaneers 6.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
48-yard.
A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
On play action, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point try now for Succop. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13.
That ties the game 13-all. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina.
Complete.
DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
3-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
On 2nd and 2, Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, this, of course, the home opener for the Buccaneers, a date folks in Tampa have had circled since I don't know, about 6:30 Eastern time on March 17th. That's the day that TB12 officially became a Buccaneer CD.
And think about it this way, Brandon. Back in the old days, we used to talk about, what we call water cooler talk, right? You take a break at work and you talk about the team and everybody's standing around. Now, whatever passes is water cooler talk, the social media, the texting, all of those things. Since that moment that it was announced it was official that Tom Brady was a Buccaneer, that's all these people have cared about. Seeing this game in Tampa, and let's face it, this team hasn't been to the playoffs in a decade or so. Now they're talking about going to the Super Bowl. Forget just getting to the playoffs. That's what Tom Brady has brought to this franchise.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Brady's throw there complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Brady on target to Gronk. First down, Buccaneers. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now on 2nd and 16. Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up for the point.
So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Brady on the bootleg. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up second down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
they stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Panthers.
Now Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Brady. He's got a first down past the 30. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
Operating from the gun. Brady. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. To try again after the sack. Brady, and his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 18.
Check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike
From the gun, Brady airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
The tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Panthers 27, Buccaneers 20.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a 2nd and 2 now. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Panthers 34, Buccaneers 20.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Hey, check it. Mike 21, check Mike 21. You must be dreaming. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And there's a nice catch there by Rob Gronkowski. We all know the story. Came out of retirement, got himself traded to Tampa Bay from New England in order to reconnect with his favorite quarterback. And no one has caught more Tom Brady touchdowns than Gronk, and he expects to add to that total in Tampa Bay.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Carolina.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive...
And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
15. And a Panther 1st down.
This is Geis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll check it down to Geis. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. Anderson loses the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Panthers.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Carolina...
The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The San Antonio Express are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Orlando Wizards are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Orlando Wizards are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The San Antonio Express are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Orlando Wizards are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Orlando Wizards are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The San Antonio Express are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The San Antonio Express are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Orlando Wizards are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. Well, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. So they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's brought down, and now before reaching the 30. It's another first down as they bite out 23 more on that one.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Well, went into the hands of Thielen, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On play action, Cousins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Working out of the gun, Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen
At the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Steelers 0. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they're going to go right around the 25, actually the 20. and 6 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now this one is running back out of the backfield. That'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play caller. You're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
12. And a Steeler first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another 1st down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Steelers nothing. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 30, 10. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Dan Bailey lining up for the point after. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. but he's also not going to let it affect it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Army Finder. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And on his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter with Cook. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Vikings 21. Steelers.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, 77 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score, Vikings 21, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Well, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
The score, Vikings 28, Steelers 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Pittsburgh.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. This Minnesota D out to the task on the 3rd down pass play. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football. It's something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
For 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Hughes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. That's complete, right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And 22 more yards there and another first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 20-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
3rd and 8.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Cousins to throw it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
6 yards.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. It's incomplete. A curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.